All right, guys, it's time.
It's time. It's time.
As you remember, in my initial video for Beam 6 months ago, I mentioned that Lunacy was committed to steadily rolling out new modules for Beam, and first up is Time, the insane time-stretching, pitch-shifting, loop-shuffling new effect for the Beam ecosystem. In this quick look video, I'm going to show you just how crazy Time is, what it can do, and ultimately why you should definitely consider checking out Beam if you haven't already, because Time adds a whole new dimension to this already amazing multi-effect plugin. Anyway, you guys know me as Chris from Signs of Life. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I teach ambient music production and sound design, so if that sounds good to you, I would love to have you with me. We are on the road to 100K, so be sure and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. And if you don't know what to say, you can just comment signs 100K. If you would like to sign up for my Patreon and get tons of extra content, or if you would like to book one-on-one coaching with me, or if you would like to join our Signs Circle Track feedback group, all of the information will be linked in the description. Or you can go to signsoflife.com and all of the information will be linked there as well. So here we are in Ableton Live 12, here to talk about Time, the amazing new effect node for Beam from Lunacy. I'm super excited about Time, and it's an amazing new addition to Beam. So if you're into that kind of thing, please do stay tuned. All right, let's get the release details out of the way. Some of you are wondering how much does this cost, where can I get it, etc. Let's talk about that right now. The Time node will intro at $29. Normally it's gonna be $49. It's gonna include access to the new effect, 100 new global presets that include Time made by some really talented sound designers, and 35 new node presets specific to Time. The sale is going to run from September 19th all the way to October 6th, 2024. They've got a new bundle which includes Beam, Patterns, and Time for $89, and they have a loyalty system. So if you already own Beam and Patterns, you can upgrade to Time for an even larger discount. That's the release details. Don't come at me. Go to Lunacy, check it out yourself. But we're here to take a look at Time, what it can do, and yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So as you can hear, I've got Time all over this track, right? All over it. We got Time on the soundscape over here. I've got it on the bass. I've got it on this glitch rack. And I've also got it on this arpeggio, which we're gonna take a look at right now. Now this is Beam. If you guys have never seen Beam before, it's an amazing multi-effect based on these nodes. Time is a node inside of Beam. So we're gonna grab Time, drop it right here, and let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I've got a little arpeggio here. As you can hear, nothing crazy, just an arpeggio, right? However, as you can see here on Time, we have speed, shuffle, and pitch. Pitch is grayed out. We're gonna come back to that in a second. Now, normally when we think about time stretching, usually the speed is interlinked with the pitch. They're inherently tied together, all right? So that's how it works here in the default mode in Time. So I can go ahead and delete these grid lines, and if I bring this up to 150 something percent and play, you can hear the pitch gets higher as I play. It's pretty wild, right? Even on the other direction, oh yeah, it gets really wild and really slow. However, if you don't want that, they've solved this with the whole texture mode down here. So as you can see, it says resample and texture. Now texture mode works like this. You can change the speed, but it won't change the pitch. Check this out. It's faster, but it's still the right pitch. Love it. Absolutely wonderful. There's use cases for both, so I encourage you to kind of play with both texture and resample, see what works for you. Oh my God, crazy. And that's just the, that's the default stretch amount. You can speed it up if you want, or slow it down. Oh, it's wild. Not only that, they've also had this cool thing where you can ramp the whole thing. So you can come over the corner over here and drag this entire corner down. Check this out. I love this. It's my favorite thing to do. So much fun, right? Now that's just the default like one-to-one grid. You can add grid lines here by clicking on these little plus signs, and you can change the position of all these inside the grid lines. Now, what surprised me most about Time was it's so musical. It's like a musical instrument inside of Beam. It's really crazy. So you can see that like we're modulating, texture-wise, getting faster, getting slower, but it's still changing, but staying at the same pitch. That's what's so amazing. You can see the clock face is going crazy over here. Wild stuff, right? We can use the whole modulation system inside of Beam. Why not? We got LFO right here. We can take the LFO and change, say, the stretch amount, right? On a square wave. Why not? Love that. Oh my God. Now, what is shuffle? Shuffle is like this. So we have the grid divided into 4 right here. And you can think of it like this. Time is taking a whole sample of your sample, right? In real time. And so because it's set to 4, it's got 4 different divisions. So now we can say, all right, 4 is now 1, 2 is now 3, 3 is now 4, and 1 is now 4. I mean, it's like crazy. So you're basically reordering the entire sample. You can reverse the direction of it. And not only that, it's changing the entire block system. It's crazy. You can add more grid lines here and do it again. As you can see, the more grid lines I add, the more vertical stacks we have. So the more possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, you have a full-on generator right here. So if I want to add some new ones right here, I can. That's insane, right? So like, you can get really wild with this stuff. Now, pitch mode, what is that? Obviously, it's what it says. It's pitch mode. You can change it by semitone. So I can say, all right, this is plus 12 semitones. This is minus 12 semitones, somewhere in between, right? So it really is kind of like musically doing this. Up 24. I mean, that's totally crazy. So that's just the basic, function of time. But what if we start adding this to the entire Beam ecosystem? Let's do that. Let's add another node here. We'll add grains after it. Why not? We'll open up grains. Let's pick a preset. How about Busy Beauty? All right, let's try this. Here we go. You're kidding me. That's wild, right? Totally crazy, right? Oh my gosh, I'm not even playing. Like I said, it's totally musical. We can add a filter node after that, why not? Let's open up the filter node, okay? Change the cutoff. Oh my God, change the Q. Oh my God, what about that second LFO? Let's add the second LFO to the cutoff. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Let's add some reverb to that. Yeah. That is wild. Oh my goodness. And that's starting from just one time node. So you can see how crazy this gets. I mean, it is just like mind-blowing, the possibilities. And that was just on our arpeggiator. Like I was just arpeggiating a pluck thing on it, it's just wild, right? Anyway, let's take a look at some of the other examples I have here. So on this is a soundscape that I have. Let's just solo this. This is a preset called Pattern Sync. And basically these 2 time nodes are like shifting the pattern back and forth. So they're kind of shuffling, at different speeds, which is really cool, which is adding a whole new dimension to that soundscape. Normally it just sounds like this. Pretty standard. When you add beam and time onto it, oh yeah. I love that. Here's a bass line that's just, your standard bass line, right? Without beam and time. Okay, cool. But when I add time, it's like chopping it up. It's chopping it up into a full-on rhythmic thing. I love that. I love that. And they're reversing it right at the end. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect, right? It's so great. We have this over here. I have another instance of it. There's a preset called Pebbles. Oh my gosh. And that's that, it's like crazy. The clock is going nuts. I mean, seriously, look at this. Solo it. Let's do an A-B. Oh my gosh, this is before. This is after. You're kidding me. I mean, that is just crazy wild, right? Even on the glitch rack here, I got this glitch percussion, right? I added a preset from my good friend Dash Glitch called Wiki Wiki, right? Wiki Wiki. Wiki Wiki, without it, let's just solo it out real quick. This is just the glitch percussion, made from scratch, right? But with time and with Wiki Wiki, listen to this. I love it, oh my gosh. So as you can see, like, time inside a Beam is absolutely insane. I love it so much. I'm so glad they added this, and I encourage you guys to go check this out. So I want to thank Lunacy for sponsoring this video. Again, I'm just very happy to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm happy to be doing it for you guys. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think of Time and how you're just like going crazy with it, going nuts, because you can use it on anything, literally anything. It's the real deal. Yeah, and if you want more videos like this, be sure to check out my Patreon. I got tons of extra tutorials on there. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take good care, enjoy Time, and as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. My name is Chris from Signs of Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video.